Good morning, YouTube. It is 12:40 a.m. I know what you're thinking. It's fucking early as fuck. But don't worry, we're not starting our day just yet. I am going to get up, go to the toilet, and get all my fat burners and stuff ready. And then we'll take those and we're actually going to come back to bed for a little bit. So do not stress. We'll actually probably be able to get back to sleep as well. So I am just starting this vlog here because why the fuck not? This is sort of when I've woken up, and yeah, very high chance that when my head hits that pillow again after I take my fat burners, I'm going to be able to sleep. So anyways, it is Wednesday, March 11, which is 32 days out. Fucking hell, guys. God damn. We are getting so close. It's insane. And the physique is just looking better and better, especially considering my weight has actually gone up. So I haven't weighed myself just yet. So we're about to go to the toilet and weigh ourselves. So I'll let you know in the next clip what I'm weighing in at. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if I end up staying the path and going in as a heavyweight, or whether I just go fuck it and just go in as a super. So we shall see. But anyways, starting the day off, bloody toilet, fat burners, weigh in, and back to bed, and then start the day. So see you all in the next clip. Alrighty, it has just gone 1 a.m. exactly. We have just gone to the toilet, weighed in 104 kilos. So we're actually a full kilo down from yesterday's high day. So another high day today. And we have taken all of our fat burners now, which means we'll do cardio in pretty much exactly an hour, which is bang on. And for the meantime, though, we are going to get back in bed and do some emails and probably doze off again for another 20 minutes if I can or so. But first, we are going to take the first sip of a caffeinated beverage of the day. Ugh. Ugh. If you know, you know. That first sip is just absolute mwah. Anyways, I'm going to lay my head back down. I am going to close my eyes, and I'm going to hopefully get a little bit more Z's in. So I'll see you all in the kitchen, most likely, in the next clip. Oh, all right. Well, I was certainly correct. The minute my head hit the pillow, I fell back asleep again. So it is now gone 1:33 a.m. So we got another half an hour in. So it is now time to finish off this monster. Get our hydration going, get over to the Zin table, cook our fish, then go over to the Zin table and start the cardio. So let's get all that going. Alrighty, my guys, fish and rice about to go into the pan. I won't make this too long-winded because you guys have seen it a ton before, but just so you can watch me do the same day again, you can watch me put the fish into the pan. Every last grain of rice, you know. The life of a bodybuilder is repetitive. And you have to love it. And I absolutely love living the same day over and over again. I really do. It just has to be something in you, I think. If you don't like routine, if you don't like consistency, you're probably not going to be a very good bodybuilder. People talk about balance all the time. Like, you know, you need to live with balance. I personally disagree. I think that if you want to get good at something, balance is the last fucking thing that your life is going to consist of, trust me. There ain't no balance in bodybuilding. Or at least there's no balance in high level bodybuilding. You either want it fucking bad enough and you do what is required, or you don't do it at all. Because in reality, bodybuilding can chew you up and spit you out if you let it. So you need to lean into all the things that bodybuilding is, which is consistency, routine, discipline, doing the same fucking shit over and over again. So fuck balance. Balance is for those who want to eat Doritos and watch fucking Netflix at night time. If you really want to get good at something, say bye-bye to balance, but in return you will be rewarded for your time, for your consistency, for your effort. Will all manifest into something much greater. So to anyone who ever says to me, oh, how do you live, so laser focused and so, locked in and with the blinders on all the time and never eating off plan and never doing anything sporadically, and because people talk about, I sometimes just want to go and do random shit. I want to go on a random holiday. I want to eat at a random cafe. Well, the truth is that I don't want any of that. I don't want random. In fact, random gives me anxiety. I want routine. I want structure. And I am very happy to live the same day over and over again. And that is what is going to make you fucking good at whatever it is that you want to get good at. And this doesn't even apply to just bodybuilding. It could be anything. You want to get really good at ballet. Guess what? You want to be the best ballerina in the world? Say goodbye to balance. Because you best believe that your day is going to revolve around dancing and doing everything that is required to be your absolute best. And trust me, there ain't no balance there. So fuck balance. Balance to me is just another way of saying I can't lock the fuck in. Alright, so fish, all done, in the fridge. Let's make up our hydration drink. Trusty fucked up bottle. Funnel. And the usual bits and pieces. Ghost hydration. Oh, let's use the other one because the other one is already open and used. So continuing on from what I was saying, guys, you are never going to get fucking really good at something if you constantly chase balance. And like I said, balance is a fucking waste of time. Like, who the fuck wants to live their life sporadically? Like, whoa, hey, I randomly did something on the weekend or whatever. Like, whoop-de-fucking-do. Like, what'd you do? You went and, I don't know, climbed a rock, or, I don't know, went and fucking had a picnic under a tree. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I would much rather be on routine, knowing that every move that I'm making is taking me one step further, one step closer to my goal. Because that's what makes me truly happy. Working towards a goal. And I've mentioned it before that man needs a mission. Man without a mission is a miserable man. And I stand by that. Wholeheartedly, a man needs a mission, a higher purpose, otherwise he is miserable. So no balance around here. Fill this bad boy up. Make sure the lid's actually on, otherwise it'll fucking splash everywhere. Which gives me the fucking shits. Alright, we're gonna take a sip of this, refill it, and I'll see you all at the Zin table. Now, guys, I was not joking when I said that I was getting a delivery of Zins. Check it out. We are stocked the fuck up on so many of the fucking things now. So it's going to be a bit of a hassle to figure out what flavor we actually want to go with. But before we do that, as you all know, the cloak of lipolysis must be equipped. Plus 10 fat burning. Fucking headband of endurance has been equipped for the plus 10 stamina. And we have our trusty Beats by Dre, which I actually reckon absolutely kick the ass of the power beats that I had. So these can go on. Now to choose what Zins to go with is going to be the question, because we have all these brand new flavors and I'm like, holy fuck, what do I pick? Which flavor? Let's go with, ooh, I don't know, I'm thinking cactus sour sounds all right. We've also got soft toffee. What's this? Cactus sour. What milligram? Okay. All right. And what's this one? Soft toffee. Strong, apparently. 8 milligram also. Okay. All right. We're going to go with cactus sour this morning. So let's give this one a whirl. 8 milligrams apparently. If I can get into the bastard. Ugh. Ooh, that smells good. Alrighty. Cactus sour has been deployed. Let us take a sip. All right, let's get our ass on cardio. Oh, guys, that 40 minutes of cardio was possibly the easiest and most enjoyable 40 minutes of cardio that I have done all prep. It was insane. The entire time that I was doing it, I did not even want to get off. Those are the times that you need to really relish and enjoy. I mean, look, whether the day is hard or whether it's easy or whether, you know, you have energy or you don't have energy, soak it in. Sit there with it, feel the emotion, because we don't get these days back. Every single day that we're above ground and we get to do what we do is an absolute fucking blessing. So the fact that today we did a high day yesterday and we are down a kilo today and our energy is great and the physique is looking awesome, it's all a reflection of how you are perceiving your days. I refuse to let anything tell me and make me say that I'm having a bad day. Even on days that I have low energy, it's still a good fucking day. It's a day above ground. It's a day I get to do what I love. I get to wake up to client messages. I get to eat 5 meals a day. I get to train, which I fucking love to do. So prep or no prep, high energy or low energy, cardio easy or hard, I love this shit. This is bodybuilding and this is what we do this shit for. So riding a high this morning, guys. Life really could not get any better. It has genuinely fucking peaked. Even walking now out on the streets, getting my steps in, I just feel fan-fucking-tastic, which for 32 days out is just phenomenal. The way that you prep is also as important as, you know, the protocol that you're doing. It's everything. And your mindset too is so crucial when it comes to your prep. If you tell yourself you're going to have a shit day, or that you're tired, or that your legs are heavy or whatever, then you're going to have a shit day. If you tell yourself you're going to have a fucking good day, whether you had good sleep, bad sleep, whatever, that is the mindset that you're going to carry through the day. So today is going to be awesome. We have pull on the cards, and that is going to go down later on today, and it's going to be a ripper session, I can tell. Another high day, like I mentioned, 900 grams of carbs will go in. So we're going to eat our body weight in honey. And yeah, I'm just so thrilled. Touching again on the Martin Fitzwater situation that develops each day, Brett Wilkin put out a statement essentially, and props to him, man. He's sticking by his boy. He has his back, and you have to just respect that. You know, although you might think to yourself that Brett should distance himself and all this kind of stuff, man, I gotta say, I really respect the fuck out of him for still standing by Martin. Even though Martin's a bit of a fucking knob, obviously, I do believe that he's a bit of a fucking crybaby. Like I said, Brett is definitely a day one, so shout out to Brett Wilkin for staying true to his friends through thick and thin. Anyways, let's smash out the rest of these steps, get back inside, get abs done, get meal one in, do a little bit of client work, and then get another nap in, hopefully. So I'll see you all in the next clip. Whoa, look at that drip, guys. If you can call it drip, I say it's more of a whip. Cream of rice and whip. This here is carrot cake. I'm not having a very good time doing this one-handed, but I just wanted to give you guys a different angle, because I feel like if I do the same angle every day, it gets a bit boring. But yeah, this consistency is absolute money. For god damn. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that, guys. That is what I call the perfect consistency for your drip. Alrighty, we've just about got meal one prepared, so I'm going to do abs, and then once my meal is all plated up and at the table, I will show you what we're working with. Let them know what is up. Oh, alrighty. It is now time to eat, so let's get to the table and show you what we got going on. Alrighty, we are sitting down for meal one, guys. Best meal of the day. This is what we got going on. So, as usual, 100 grams of cream of rice, 150 blueberries, 20 grams of Adonis cookie dough batter mixed in, 70 grams of Perform carrot cake whey drip. I believe the cream of rice is also a 50-50 blend of toffee cream of rice and carrot cake cream of rice. So Elevate does a carrot cake cream of rice, and I've paired that with the Perform carrot cake drip today, so it's going to be, oh. Along with that, 125 pineapple, basic bitch spice on both of those, as you can see. And then 4 corn thins and a banana that looks mushy as fuck. Because like I've mentioned before, it's from frozen, and I basically put it in boiling water. And it comes out mushy, which is actually great for spreading on corn thins. So I'm hungry as fuck. I'm going to hook into this and then do some client work, and then time for another nap. Haha. Guys, an extra hour and a half sleep acquired. What a fucking score. We are now going to go get our ass in the sauna and then go out for some steps And it will be time for meal motherfucking number 2, which is the pre-workout meal. Let's go. Coming at you live from the sauna, as mentioned, getting in our daily 20 minutes for health. We are going to finish this up in here in a moment, and then we're going to hit the street for some steps, and then pre-workout meal. So I know you guys just love watching my life on repeat, so here is another episode of my life doing the same fucking shit day in, day out. So like I always say, you know, Groundhog Day. You want to be a good bodybuilder, get used to being really fucking good at Groundhog Day, and that's exactly what we are doing. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I fucking love living like this. So anyways, no more rambling. Let's finish up here. We've got another 9 minutes to go, and then we will hit the streets for some steps. So I will see you then. All right, as promised, out and about, getting in some pre-workout meal steps before we consume our fish, our rice, our honey, our corn thins, and our beetroot. The same fucking shit day in and day out. My energy levels today are actually super fucking high, and I'm really thrilled about that. I don't really know why, but a couple of weeks ago I was really struggling with sleep. Like, I'm talking, I'd be like laying in bed and I'd go to sleep at like 8:30, and then I'd just be like in this state of like in and out of consciousness for like 4 hours, and I felt like I was sleeping like for like an hour for that whole time, and my overall like energy and mood and everything was just absolute dog shit. But it appears that in the past week and a half or so it's come good. It always seems to go in waves, I find. Sleep does. You know, there are a few things that you can do for sleep to help. I do find that supplement wise, obviously magnesium glycinate and threonate, those are two really awesome ones. Glycine is actually another really good one at 3 grams before bed. Glycine will actually help your body temperature drop, which aids in sleeping. Another supplement that you can take is ashwagandha. You've probably all heard of ashwagandha before, but that can help lower cortisol and stress levels, which can once again help you go to sleep. I like to go the natural route if I can. Like, I've even stopped taking sleep medication. I was taking trazodone and amitriptyline for a little while, which are both antidepressants that are also prescribed off-label at low doses for sleep. So I've managed to stop taking them. Not that I feel like necessarily they were like bad, but you know, I always think that artificially inducing sleep isn't the best route to take if you can get sleep without them. I do think that it's probably better to, you know, medicate yourself into sleep if you're getting none. But yeah, if you can avoid it and get sleep naturally, then much better. Mainly just because when you force yourself into sleep, generally sleep architecture is ruined and the amount of deep sleep that you get is lowered. Some other tips that I use for sleep are putting my phone away from arm's reach. So, you know, putting it at the other end of the room can definitely help. It'll just allow you to try to get out of the habit of reaching for it in the middle of the night. Another one is when you get up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet, turning on as little light as possible, or perhaps even having like a little torch that you can obviously point out in front of you, because when you have light that points directly into your eyes, that can stimulate like wakefulness hormones and things like that. So you definitely want to avoid that. So even having like a little torch or a flashlight can be a really good idea if you struggle with sleep. Another one, cutting water closer to bedtime. This one's a difficult one because I like to eat my Ninja Creamy before bed, and obviously, you know, that's probably about, I don't know, 400 ml of like liquid. So that is definitely an option if you're waking up to go to the bathroom a lot at night time. Another tip is making sure not to be overstimulated around bedtime. So I will make sure I'm not watching anything that is overly stimulating or exciting or anything like that. Like, you know, I won't watch an action movie right before bed. Generally right before bed, I'm turning off all like TVs, YouTube, electronics, and I'm just sort of sitting there and chilling. I will admit that I will like sit on my phone before bed or something, but I definitely think that's the better option than watching TV or watching something exciting. Ultimately, your best option is probably going to be like reading a book or something, but at the moment I'm not reading anything and don't really have any interest in reading anything, so I'll just be on my phone generally. Lastly, I would say probably making sure to have your last meal maybe like at least an hour before bed, just so you're not like struggling to digest food whilst also trying to sleep. So those are some tips that you guys can implement if you are struggling with sleep. And then if you do decide to go the medical route, some things like THC gummies work for me really well. But once again, I try to avoid artificially inducing sleep. But when I do feel like I need a good sleep, a bit of a THC lolly will certainly knock me the fuck out. Then you've got your fucking so much traffic this morning. Then obviously you've got like your benzos and things like that. I would definitely try and avoid them if you can. And to be fair, like last time I took a temazepam, it didn't even fucking do anything for me anyway. So who knows? But yeah, those are my tips for sleep. Anyways, we are almost home now, so I'm going to go inside and get this meal together, and I'll show you all what we are eating, even though you already know. So I will see you there. Alrighty, sitting down for the pre-workout meal now. We have 50 grams of beetroot and 75 grams of pineapple. Just got to mix and match due to what I have available. We've got 4 corn thins, and the main dish, 500 grams of raw weight basa, 60 grams of raw weight rice. That is cooked up in the sweet puppy sauce. We cooked it up this morning, if you can remember, before we did cardio. And on top of that, we are going to add some good old fashioned honey. So we have administered the Novo Rapid, and we are going to hook into this meal. Then we're going to cook up meal number 3, because I like to have that one prepared so that by the time, we're going to cook up meal number 4, because meal number 3 is my cream of rice meal that I actually prepared earlier this morning after I finished meal 1, because as you know, after I finish one cream of rice, I just make the next one and put it in the fridge ready to go. So my post-workout meal is already made, but we're going to then make meal 4, which is going to be kangaroo mince and vegetables. Then we're going to make the pre-workout drinks, and then we are going to work for a little bit, and then we're going to go train. So that is the plan. I'm going to eat now, so I'll see you all in the next clip. Oh, look at that, guys. Honey on top of the fish and rice. Just wow. Yeah, that is sexy. All right, we have just finished up our pre-workout meal, and like I said, we are now preparing meal number 4, which is going to be kangaroo mince, mixed veg, and also some egg whites. Along with that meal, that will have corn thins and whey paste along with it. So once we cook this up, it's going to go in the fridge. I am then going to make my pre-workout drink and my intra-workout drink. And then we are going to be ready to go. So I'll cook this up and I'll see you all in the next clip. This is what we are looking like. Kangaroo, egg whites, vegetables, some herbs and spices. And that is going to be meal 4. And that is going into the fridge for later. There is my post-workout meal all ready for me just there. Drip, good to go. All right, pre and intra workout is mixed up. Now we've left our anabolic alkaline bottle at the gym, so we've had to settle for this big ass 2-liter cordial bottle. Inside that is our intra workout, which is 70 grams of the Novo Drive. Guys, if you're not taking Novo Drive fucking get onto it. It is the best intra workout out there. It tastes the best, digests the best, has an awesome hydration formula, EAAs, and obviously carbohydrates. So 70 grams of that is going to yield me 50 grams of carbs. In this, I also have an additional 20 grams of EAAs. I also have some creatine, some glutamine, some taurine, and I also have a little bit of electrolyte powder in there. So that is intra-workout right there. Shout out to Driven Nutrition, keeping your boys stocked up on the Novo Drive. And then your pre-workout. So your pre-workout today is going to actually be, we have 1.5 scoops of the Train by JP pumpage in this one here, which is a pump formula. We also have 5 grams of creatine, 3 grams of taurine. We also have lion's mane in here as well. And lastly, for the stim part of this, we actually have a scoop of Convict in here. Convict is a pre-workout that has DMA in it. If you know what DMA is, well, you know, need I say more? Just think the old Jack 3D formula. Along with that, we're going to take a Dopa Drive, which has a little bit of extra caffeine in it as well, along with some other stimulants. I absolutely love this product here. Get this one from Driven Nutrition too. ASH20 is your discount code. And lastly, Driven Nutrition also has your boys stocked up with the methylene blue. So we'll be taking some methylene blue along with that. We'll also take a capsule of albuterol just for the breathing benefits. We will also take... what else are we going to take? We're going to take some Samax, which is a peptide. And we are also going to take another dose of SLU PP332, another dose of 5-amino-1-MQ. And lastly, we are going to have an energy drink on the way to the gym. So we will be nicely stimmed up, guys. So don't you worry about me. I'm going to be fucking flying off the rails, hopefully anyway. So that is the pre-workout drinks all done and the intra-workout drink done. So let us get a little bit of extra work done now, and then we will head to the gym. I will see you all there. All right, real quick, I'm just going to show you the dilemma that I have this morning before leaving for the gym. And that is which fucking Zyn or XQS or whatever pouch to choose, because we got a shipment yesterday and this is what we're looking like. Look at the options, guys. However, am I going to choose which one to take? First world problems, I tell you. But anyways, that will be a problem for about 15 minutes time. Before I walk out the door, I'll pick a flavor and you'll see what I decided to go with in the car. Alrighty, it is that time. It is time to head over to Genesis to train some pull. Now, you also know what time it is. We have gone today with the soft toffee, which I am very interested to try. This is an 8 milligram one. Ooh, it smells very toffee-ish. And we also have our yummy drink with us here, which is the Kamikaze Blue Raspberry. So I'm not too sure. I don't think I've ever had this one before. So we will have to find out what that tastes like live on camera. So let's try one of these toffee pouches. Quite tasty, that one. And we will take a sip of the blue raspberry. We'll see what it's got going on. We'll see if it lives up to the standards of an energy drink. All right. Wow, not bad. Good job, Kamikaze. You guys did a fan-fucking-tastic job on the blue raspberry. So, gonna give that one an 8 out of 10. Anyways, I forgot my fucking sunnies, but we persevere. Let us head on over to Genesis to get this pull session. I'll see you all at the gym. All right, we put our stuff away. It's time to lock the fuck in and get it. Let's go. Alrighty, my guys, we are starting off today's pull session with biceps. As always, growing these twigs. First exercise, single arm standing cable curl. I've explained before how I like to set these up, where I literally stand all the way over at the other side of the cable station, just so it lines up with the loaded portion of the movement being at the stretch of the bicep. So this was incredible. Got a massive pump in the bicep, as you can see here, and this is my favorite way to do these cable curls, as I find that the load really matches the tension curve really well and allows you to get a great connection with the biceps. So we ended up doing 2 sets on each arm. We only filmed one set on each arm, though, once again just for like redundancy purposes. But yeah, 2 sets on each arm, PBs on both sets. We added a rep with the same load, which is always the goal no matter what. Whether you're dieting or whether you're off season, you should always be aiming to improve your performance. Now, I'm not saying you should be chasing the number regardless of technique. Technique still needs to remain standard, but if the extra rep is there, you want to take it. So after 2 sets of bicep curls, we moved on to 2 sets of lat pull down. Now, I always laugh because I like to think that the lat pull down, especially done the way that I do it, actually isn't really super isolating of the lats. It probably does a little bit of lats and a lot of mid and sort of lower back. Well, not lower back, I'm also mean like lower, like rhomboids, etc. So we managed an extra rep on each set here as well. So we did 2 sets. As you can see here, I sort of lean back a little bit as I do as I pull down to my chest, and that really allows me to drive my scaps back and down and get a great contraction in that mid back. After we did the lat pull down, we then moved on to the single arm Nautilus row here. This one is absolute money for lats. If you guys have access to Nautilus equipment and you have this single arm row, this thing is absolutely amazing. I felt this smash my lats just completely from bloody armpit into wherever the hell the lat inserts on my spine. So this was great. So we did 2 sets on each arm here. As you can see too, the back is looking nice and beefy, which is fucking exciting, because I made it a point this off season to bring my back up, and even through prep, obviously maintaining great amounts of tension and still trying to improve. And I do believe that even during my dieting phase throughout this prep, my back has actually still improved, which is awesome. And I attest that to all the awesome back equipment that Genesis here has. We then moved on to 2 sets of this high row. And this one here on my pull day, I do bilaterally, so both arms at the same time. And this one here, once again, is more so for like rear delts, upper back, because as you can see, well, you might not be able to see, but I'm leaning back. And I'm really trying to pull my elbows back while keeping them flared out slightly. So 2 sets on that one there. And then we moved into 2 sets on this seated row here. This one here, I'm really trying to bias the upper back. So I'm getting a good stretch by making sure that my scaps are moving forward. And then as I retract, I'm really trying to pull my shoulder blades together like I'm trying to squeeze a pencil between my shoulder blades. After this, my upper back was completely smoked. And we did 2 sets on this one, if I didn't mention already. And then it was time to finish the lats off. And we did that via 2 sets of this rope pullover here. Now, the rope pullover is, well, the pullover in general is the only movement that can actually isolate the lats, moving it from about 120 to 130 degrees of angle down to elbow into the side of your hip is going to pretty much take the lat through its full range of motion. At the top of the movement here, I let my scapulars come up as well and really let them stretch out. After we did that, we moved into 2 sets on the rear delt fly. This is how I like to set up. I lean into it, I push my chest into the pad, and this also lines up the rear delt fibers really well, because the rear delts actually work best when you're sort of coming back and down slightly on an angle with the elbows nice and high. A couple of partials to finish them off, and then it was basically time to finish off biceps. On my upper and my pull day, I start and finish with biceps. So here we are doing a alternating dumbbell hammer curl. This one here today felt awesome. I had no pain in my inner elbow or anything like that, which sometimes can happen if my forearm's being a bit dicky. But yeah, today we smashed these out, got a great pump, and finished really fucking strong. So these were awesome, and I'm very happy with the way I'm looking. I woke up, obviously, like I mentioned earlier in the video, at 104.1 kilos, and to look this sharp at that weight, to me, is an absolute win. So that was the pull session all wrapped up, and I'll see you in the car. Alrighty guys, we have finished up our pull session at Genesis, and let me tell you right now, that was a fucking absolute ripper session. Hit PBs on everything, felt amazing, energy was great, motivation super high, super fucking pumped with that session. I am wrapped. It is now time to go home and eat post-workout meal, and I'm going to wrap this vlog up here. But before I go, I'm going to let you guys know on some very exciting and important news. I have spoke to the gym, like I mentioned in a video or two ago, about the filming, because as you may know, I was told that I potentially may not be able to film due to someone complaining. I spoke to the manager, who is, by the way, an amazing woman, great lady, and she has essentially told me that I can continue filming. Obviously we'll play it by ear, but just to obviously be super careful about, you know, people being in the clip and things like that, which is totally understandable, fully respect it. But yeah, this is a win, guys. For now, we can keep filming and getting you guys the content that you all want to see. So happy days. Anyways, I am now going to go home, hit the road, and chill out for the rest of the day. So peace out. Thank you for watching this vlog, and I'll see you all in the next one.